The thing in apartment 5B. They told me apartment 5B was empty. So why did I hear someone whispering my name from inside it at 3 in the morning? I moved into the building in late October. The rent was cheap, the place was old, but I didn't mind. I wasn't exactly spoiled for options. The landlord, Mr. Greaves, was an older man with a permanent frown. When I signed the lease, he pointed at one door in the hallway and said, "Never mind 5B, it's been vacant for years." I nodded, not thinking much of it. For the first week, everything was fine, until the knocking started. It was 3:12 a.m. I remember the time because my phone screen glowed in the dark when I checked. I heard it. 3 slow knocks, not on my door, on the one next to mine. Apartment 5B. I froze in bed, listening. After a few seconds, I heard something worse. A voice, whispering. My name. Daniel. It was so soft I thought I imagined it. I pressed my ear against the thin wall between us. Nothing. Silence. The next morning, I casually asked Mr. Greaves about 5B. He gave me a flat look and said, "There's nobody in there. You must have heard the pipes." But the pipes didn't whisper. The next night, it happened again. Same time. 3 knocks. My name, barely audible. This time, curiosity outweighed fear. I stepped into the hallway. The light above 5B flickered. I leaned in. Knock, knock, knock. Something in me wanted to knock back, so I did, just once. Silence. Then, a slow, deliberate knock in reply. My heart pounded. I reached for the doorknob even though every instinct screamed at me not to. The metal was ice cold. That's when I heard it. Breathing. Right on the other side of the door. I stumbled back and retreated to my apartment, locking the door and shoving a chair against it. The next day, I asked one of the neighbors, an elderly woman named Mrs. Klein, about the place. She lowered her voice and said, "There was a man in 5B years ago. Kept to himself. Then one winter, we stopped seeing him. The smell started weeks later. They found him sitting in a chair, smiling. He'd been dead for months." She leaned closer. "The thing is, some say he's still there, waiting for someone to answer his knock." That night, I barely slept. But by the time I did, the knocking had returned. I decided to record it. I set my phone near the wall and waited. 3:12 a.m. Knock, knock, knock. "Daniel?" My blood ran cold. I hadn't told anyone in the building my name. The whisper grew louder. "Come in!" The next morning, I played the recording, but instead of my name, I heard laughter. Low, wet, and not human. I told myself I'd have enough, that I'd confront whatever was in 5B. That night, I stood outside the door at 3:12, phone recording in hand. Knock, knock, knock. I turned the handle. The door swung open. The apartment was dark, the air heavy and damp. My flashlight beam shook as I stepped inside. The living room was empty except for a single wooden chair facing the wall. On the wall was something scratched into the plaster. My name, over and over. The chair creaked. I spun around, and it was facing me now. I bolted, slammed my apartment door shut. I left before sunrise, no luggage, nothing. 2 days later, I checked the building listing online. Apartment 5B wasn't marked as vacant anymore. It had my name listed under current tenant.